Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to my channel, Ask Jimmy Smith. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about 7 different ways that you can make money using the Amazon platform. And it doesn't have to just be on Amazon.com. It can work on Amazon.ca. It can work in any international marketplace. Essentially, I'm going to go through the main way that most people make money utilizing Amazon. But then there's 6 other methods that aren't necessarily the main ways to make money on Amazon, but they can be excellent ways to ultimately have extra streams of income or to truly build a legitimate business out of these different models. So let's go ahead and get right into the very first one. Now, in this first one, I'm going to talk about selling physical products on Amazon. And I lumped a few different business models together into this first one because I could easily come on here and do a video that says, hey, you can make money in all these different ways, but the first 4 or 5 of them are selling physical products. So I put all of these into the very first one. So selling physical products on Amazon is one way and the main way that most people make money. And the first way of doing that most people think of naturally is selling your own branded products or selling private label products on the Amazon platform. And so I pulled up just an example of what that would look like, right? Everybody knows what peanut butter is. Everybody knows that you can get it from the store. Most people think of the most common brands, but if you just search peanut butter on Amazon, you're going to see a ton of different brands out there, because there are a lot of different companies that make their own. This one, for instance, Bee Nutty Peanut Butter, makes their own gourmet peanut butter, and they sell it in different flavors. As you can see, they sell it in different multiple or multi-packs. They sell it in different variety packs, but ultimately this is their brand. And you can tell because on Amazon, it shows that it ships from Amazon. So Amazon's doing the customer fulfillment, but it's also sold by Bee Nutty Peanut Butter. So this is their personal brand that they are selling. Additionally, if you have Keepa.com, and you've got that Google Chrome extension, I do a whole training on this channel. I've done one for Keepa, so you can check that out if you want to see more information. But ultimately, you can see that down here, this is the seller count, and it's flat, right? They've got 2 sellers, so one would be their merchant fulfilled listing. The other one is their FBA listing. And this is for the entire year. So you can tell this is a private label product on Keepa as well. And it's pretty much always been this way, a very flat price and the same amount of sellers for the most part throughout the entire year. So this is one way of doing it. You can create your own brand. You can launch different products onto the Amazon platform, and hopefully you can do well. There's whole sets of training on private label. And this is actually not my favorite technique. And I highly recommend, if you're brand new, you do not start with this technique. We do sell private label products in our business. We do 7 figures a year in revenue, and about 15% of that or so is private label. But we did it starting with a different method, which I'll get to in a minute. But the next way that you can go and sell physical products on Amazon.com is going to be through exclusive wholesale accounts, or just buying wholesale and selling it onto Amazon, which this is kind of the second easiest way to get started. It's not my favorite, and I'll tell you my favorite one in a second, which if any of you have followed me for any bit of time, you'll know what that is. But ultimately, selling wholesale products is a great way to go making money on the Amazon platform. And the reason I say this, and I pulled this up because you can see here that they've got very few amount of sellers, and the price, this $53 price point, stays extraordinarily flat. And they did it looks like about a year ago. They didn't have a wholesale account, and they switched and transitioned to somebody handling their wholesale account during this time period, because the prices remained stable and the seller count has remained fairly stable as well. But additionally, I know that this company I serve specifically works as a wholesale distributor of products on Amazon. And so they will go in and they'll help brands with their Amazon presence. And I actually pulled up their website, so you can see all the different things they talk about, the different brands they work with and how they help, and exactly what they do to grow your brand on Amazon. So this is another way of selling physical products on Amazon. You go, you find other brands, you ultimately talk to them, you work with them on an exclusive basis, and sell their products on Amazon. And I've got a course recommendation for you for all of these things, actually, at the end of this, if you're interested in it. It's not my course, but it's one that I definitely recommend very highly, and have seen over 1,000 success stories come from that course. But they teach this method. They also teach private label. They'll teach this next one, which is my favorite method, method if you're going to be selling physical products on Amazon, which is done through arbitrage. Now, Amazon arbitrage is, widely taught, and most people will go to the store and they'll find clearance products or things that are on sale, and ultimately they try to flip those products on the platform. But as I've taught to thousands of people, and I've had over 1,000 success stories, which you can check out at askjimmysmith.com/success if you want to see those. I'm not making those up. There are screenshots for you. You can see over 500 of them there. But I've taught the Replens model, or replenishable model of arbitrage, which has allowed us to go from zero to over $100,000 per month utilizing these arbitrage Replens methods. And so this is simply buying things from other stores like Target, Walmart, regional stores, local stores, Walgreens, anything that you can think of in your local area or online that you can buy products from their store full price and sell it on Amazon for a markup where you're making profits. And typically the profits will be anywhere from 20 to 30% net profit if you're doing this properly, especially as you get started. Whenever we started, we were about 30 to 35%. And at our business now with over 8 employees, we are running at about a 15% net profit margin with this model. This is the lowest hanging fruit. This is the one I highly recommend. If you're brand new, you start with this, because the other two require a lot more expertise. They require much more money up front to get going in the business model. This arbitrage Replens method, you can get started with $100. You can get started with less than that if you just flip products around your house to get going. You can really get started cheap, but you can see how this ultimately is an excellent way to get going, because you don't have to come up with branding or packaging. The listings already exist for you on the Amazon platform, and you can just go out and find them on the store shelves and you send them in on Amazon. Obviously, there's some more that goes into that. And I actually have plenty of information on this channel for you to go and find that. I just released a video for how to go from $0 to $10,000 per month using this method, where I give different examples of how to do that. And you can also check out course and all that kind of stuff too. But this is a method that is very simple to get started and very simple to scale as well. And you can see you can utilize Keepa to see that, okay, well, maybe I wouldn't jump on this product because look at all these new sellers. But now that the sellers are selling out, maybe it's a good opportunity as the price starts to go back up. So you can learn a lot about that on the free video on this YouTube channel for how to go from $0 to $10,000 per month with that video. But arbitrage is the third way to sell physical products on Amazon. And to me, it's the main one to start with. So arbitrage is the easiest. The next one above arbitrage and Replens would be the wholesale method. And then after that would be private label. Those are the kind of 3 tiers that you'd get started with selling physical products on Amazon. Additionally, you can also do bundling, which a lot of people do, but typically they will start with the arbitrage Replens method and then move up to bundling different products together. Maybe they would find this coffee and they bundle it with a tea, or they bundle it with a coffee creamer, or they bundle it with a coffee mug or something. And so that's kind of a middle ground between, doing this arbitrage method with other people's products. And then it's between that and private label, where you're making your own brands. You're kind of taking other people's brands and you're creating more value with them and ultimately making a listing that sells better with more value. So the next way, the second way that you can make money utilizing Amazon as a platform is through merch. Now, this is something I just looked up, funny t-shirts, just to give you an example. And I don't know if these are wholesome or not, but I got funny t-shirts for you to look at. But ultimately, merch by Amazon is a great way to make money. The issue with it is that it is kind of a slow go, right? You aren't going to just start making money right out the gate. Many people that do this and do it well have thousands of t-shirt designs, and they really focus on niches within the clothing and shoes category to be able to do this properly. You're not just going to list a funny t-shirt and be able to compete with all of these other funny t-shirts that are out there. You'd have to look at very specific niches and do that. But there are people that can make money using this platform, and it costs $0 for inventory. You don't have to buy the shirts. You just upload your designs. And if they start selling, then you start to make some royalties. It's not a bunch of money, but it is a way to, if you just are an amazingly creative person, or you love designing, or you know that you're already doing well selling shirts elsewhere. If you have like a Shopify store or an Etsy store, then you can also use the Amazon platform for this as well. And you can see, I mean, this has a ton of reviews, 480 reviews. It's sold by Amazon because Amazon does all of the fulfillment for you. All this person did most likely was upload their design and sarcasm. It's how I hug. And it just crushes it. It does really well. Now, it doesn't always work that way. I know this by experience. We've made some money on merch, but we don't make a ton of money on merch. And so we focus on our Replens arbitrage methods and then wholesale and private label above that as well. But this is another way to make some money if you're more of a creative person or like this method, or don't want to spend anything on inventory because it is free to do that. You don't have to buy the shirts at all. So the next way to do or make money on Amazon platform is through Kindle Direct Publishing or publishing your own books. Now, I'm going to do a little plug here. I published my own book. This is actually the second edition, Side Hustle to Full-Time Income, where I detail how to go from $0 to $100,000 per month with retail and online arbitrage, that method we talked about a minute ago. It's got some really good reviews, 155 ratings. But what you can do is you can, if you're great with writing books, you can either write some books like I did, or you can actually go out and publish blank books. There are really good blank books out there, whether it's a notebook or journals or just funny books, or if you want to do children's books, you can publish all of these things on the Amazon KDP or Kindle Direct Publishing platform, and they handle all the fulfillment. So yes, it'll take some time to create these things, but it doesn't cost you anything in inventory. And every sale, whether it's through Kindle or through your paperback, they've even got a hardback option now, and they've also got, you can do Audible too. The audiobook for this is about to come out as well. And that'll eventually be on this listing for people to see, and you can make money that way as well. But you can see from here, this book has sold fairly well over almost 2 years at this point. Now the second edition just came out, so that's why. And there's the reason I did a second edition is because there's a free jumpstart course in there. So if you're interested, you can check that out. There's also a free audiobook in the second edition and some extra content. So I'm looking forward to really promoting that here soon. But ultimately, you can utilize KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing, to make low or no content books. And ultimately, that can help bring some more passive income to you. You can actually outsource a lot of that work to virtual assistants as well, to just make a book a week and a cover a week, and you can publish in different niches. And maybe you have a whole library of 100 different books that are published under you. You could make that a true business model for your business. Now, the next way, the fourth way to make money on Amazon is you can actually use Amazon Handmade. So maybe you're a person that likes Etsy as a platform, but you want to expand into different places, or maybe you have your own Shopify store. You've done this with friends and family, and you want to have your own handmade products. So you can see here they're promoting soaps and handmade Valentine's Day gifts and local makers. So they actually do it by area, which is cool, and different products as well, whether it's mugs or it looks like these are bath salts. You can see there's a bunch of different categories. If you're somebody that is very crafty and you like to make your own jewelry or home decor, and you're just a crafty person, you can utilize Amazon Handmade and you use that as a platform. This is actually the one out of all of these that I haven't done before, is using Handmade, just because I'm not that type of a person. And so we don't do that, but it is an excellent way to make money, especially if you already have some sort of Etsy program or platform or Shopify or something else that you're selling on some of your handmade products. So the fifth way of making money using Amazon as a platform is partnering with local companies. And so there's actually a course that I recommend. It's Proven Product Partnering, and I'll have all the links below if you're interested in learning about this. But here's the benefits of this approach from the page for this course. No money is ever required for inventory. Essentially, you go out, you find local companies in your area, and you partner with them, and you help them to create their Amazon storefront, and you make a commission from the profits that they get, or you charge them a fee to do this for them. Whatever it is, you can do this method, make thousands of dollars per month, and you can help other local companies be able to launch their products on Amazon or launch their storefront on Amazon. There's no money required up front. This is what I would do. If everything went away, I would go out and do this tomorrow, because this is the easiest one, and people need your help to get onto the Amazon platform. There's no money required for advertisement. Maybe you have that as part of your service, or maybe the company pays for it themselves if they want to, and you help them run their ad programs, but you don't have to pay for anything for that. No money, your money is never at risk, and you never have the risk of a product flopping. So let's say you try to launch a private label product and you spend $1,000 on inventory. Well, then it just doesn't go anywhere. What happens if that is the case and you just lost $1,000 of inventory that's not selling, plus a bunch of time? Well, you don't have that risk because it doesn't cost you anything up front. And the products that you're putting on there are other people's products that they have already made or they already have access to. And so you're just helping them get on the platform. You don't have to risk losing an Amazon account at all or getting stuck with a bunch of inventory that's not selling, because you're not doing this on your account. You're doing this for other people. So there's tons of reasons to do this approach, this proven product, partnering with local company approach. It's just an amazing business model that I think if I couldn't sell physical products on Amazon anymore, if I couldn't do arbitrage or replens anymore, this would be the one that I'd pick, because it's very simple to go out and help people to establish their accounts, especially if you go out and you say, hey, I'm not going to even charge you a fee, but I believe you'd be great on the platform. I'll charge you, 25 or 20% of your disbursements from Amazon. So you're working for free. That's a win-win scenario, but then they are paying you a percentage of whatever they get. Or you can charge a small fee just for the couple hours it takes you to set up their account. Whatever it is, you've got so much flexibility to really make a good business model using this model. Then the sixth one, and this is actually a new one. This is one I said earlier that the only one we haven't done was the Handmade option. This we actually haven't done either, but I'm actually interested in trying to see how I can incorporate it into my businesses, which is having an agency for helping companies or other brands with their Amazon management or any tasks that they need to get done. Maybe they need a listing done properly, like an Amazon listing, and we can help with keywords. Or maybe they have questions and they just want your help in getting their account set up. So there's a huge opportunity for freelancers. And there's actually a recent course that came out, and you can see it amzlegends.com/freelancing. If you have any questions, let me know. I will put the link as well below if you're interested in finding out more about this. It's new, but you can see that this person, Kelsey, has done an amazing job just in January and December through her freelancing business on Upwork and other platforms. I mean, she had $12,000 invoice, a $500 invoice, a $600 invoice, $900, $6,700, $853. So you can make a ton of money by just helping people solve their problems and using a platform like Upwork or something else to get this going. Now, it requires some upstart. You're not going to start out this model making $12,000. You'll probably start out the model making, $30, $40 an hour, and it'll take some work to get going. But once you get going, people will start reaching out to you to help, to ask you to help them with their Amazon listings or Walmart listings, whatever it is. But this is an excellent opportunity that I think Kelsey has really tapped into, and I'm excited to see the success stories come from this group as well. But you don't have to take a course to do these things, right? You can go out and try to, look at Upwork, see if there's something that you can do in your business that you can help other people with, and start learning that process yourself. Same with all of these models, by the way. I mean, there's courses for all these things, but ultimately, you don't need to pay for courses. You can utilize the information for free on YouTube. You can try this out yourself and get going. You can, get the free Kindle version of my book for the arbitrage model and learn about that. There's a whole bunch of opportunities to not have to pay for some of this stuff. So, and then the seventh one is actually one that I am doing more of. So the seventh one that I have is something I've done more recently, which is partnering on wholesale accounts. So we've gotten to the place in our business where we kind of have run out of room in our warehouse. And instead of moving our entire operations, we do over $100,000 a month utilizing the arbitrage methods and some wholesale and private label. But instead of moving our warehouse and continuing to grow into wholesale, I've partnered with other people that want to do the wholesale model, but we've got connections. So essentially, we will partner with them to help have them do all of the work. They pay for the inventory. They deal with the listings. They help this brand to grow, but I'm bringing them these accounts. And so I'll get paid a smaller percentage of the profits, but ultimately it doesn't require me to have any money up front to put out for wholesale. And it's been a very good method for being able to help other people's businesses to grow, other people that are specialists in Amazon listings, in all these different programs that can help brands to grow. And I can just bring some brands to them to ultimately partner with them. So that's been a huge thing that I've been trying to focus a little bit more on lately. We've gotten a few different accounts, and so I'm pretty excited about that. But that's the 7th way to make money using the Amazon platform, because there's so much that you can do, and there's a lot of opportunity here. If you keep track, it looks like there's one, so merch, KDP, partnering with local companies, agency for Amazon management, and partnering on wholesale accounts. Those 5 things don't require any money up front, out of pocket for you. Out of these 7 different models, those 5 require no money up front, just requires some expertise and learning. So now I'm going to go back and share my screen. And I wanted to show you this. There's a lot of different opportunities to sell on Amazon. And if you go to my website, askjimmysmith.com/sell-on-Amazon, my favorite course is the Proven Amazon course. And the reason is because you can start at $29 a month, and it has over 1,000 success stories. And I just highly recommend getting it. There's so many different courses within this program. And let me scroll down to show you all the different courses that are in here, because it's just an amazing course. This is how we started. So there's Proven Private Label, which we talked about. There's Proven Wholesale Sourcing, which we talked about. There's Buying Local and Selling to the World, which we talked about. There's Promotional Company Sourcing, Team Building, Merch, Proven Product Partnering. My Replens course is a part of this as well. The Replens course that has over 1,000 success stories. You can see it right there. So tons of courses that get added to it. And you can buy it outright if you want, for, I believe right now it's about $500, or you can spend $29 a month and get in there and test it out. So it's an amazing community. There's a free Facebook group with over 65,000 members in it as of the time of this recording. And it's, just an amazing group that I've been a part of since December 2015. And I love it and will always recommend it. And you can get, if you're interested in using my link, my affiliate link, it's bit.ly/PAC course, PACCOURSE, and that will be linked in the description as well. But hopefully you've seen that there are these 7 models, and I'm sure there's way more ways to make money, right? You can use Amazon affiliate programs, right? If you've got a blog, you can use Amazon affiliates. Maybe you can do other things as well with the Amazon platform that I haven't thought of. So hopefully you can see the opportunities out there from a physical product standpoint, but also all these other opportunities that require no money from you. I highly recommend just checking out some of them. Focus on the one that interests you the most. Do that program or do that business model, and continue to focus on that and commit to it for at least a year. If you're interested in doing physical products and you're brand new, I do not recommend doing private label or wholesale right out the gate. Highly recommend doing arbitrage and replens, because that is low-hanging fruit that can get you used to the platform and get you cash flowing pretty quickly, as the over 1,000 success stories have shown. So highly recommend checking those things out. All the things through through this video will be linked below. So if you want to check out any of the course information, please feel free to do that, or my book as well. But please comment below if there's some sort of business model I forgot, if there's something that you have questions on. I love to answer the comments and see all your different comments on these videos. I hope this helps you, blesses you. Please like, share, subscribe to the channel. I try to do a couple of videos a week, and so I've been fairly consistent with it so far, especially in 2022. So excited to continue doing more of these as we go forward. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have an awesome week and a blessed rest of your day. Thank you.